Alright guys, once again it's time for another video. I'm going to answer an email that I got recently, and this is in regards, so I'm going to keep your name anonymous because yeah, that's just out of respect, that's what I do. But this particular guy going through some pretty heavy shit. Now I am not a psychologist, I'm not a counselor, any of that stuff by any means, but I have been through, you know, some hard shit in my life, which some of you guys have probably seen in some of my Q&A. I've gone into you know, a fair bit of detail with it. I mean, there's still some other things there that I did not expose just yet, but as time goes on, I might, you know, actually vent more about that kind of stuff. But you know, some of the other real private shit I just kind of keep to myself. But as far as, you know, being through a lot of stuff and going through things like when I was you know, when I've gone through depression and things like that, I never turned to what you turned to. So I believe you said you were in your I think you were in your mid-20s, you said, and this guy was drinking, you were drinking a fifth a day. That's insane, dude. But the important thing to keep in mind, to take from this, the take-home message, is that you recognize that it was a problem and you had to address it, you had to fix it. So I commend you for nipping that in the butt, not drinking anymore. You started working out, you started eating better, and you started playing more music. So that's huge, man. Like, that is the best thing you could have done, because not everybody is handling themselves too well these days, which obviously all the bullshit going on in the world. But no, the good thing is, yeah, you grabbed the bull by the horns and you got out of that situation. So congratulations, dude. I commend you for that. As far as what you asked me now is, you know, keeping motivated with it, any tips on working out and, you know, playing music and things like that, keeping at it and getting better with both of them. What I love about what I do here on YouTube is bodybuilding and playing music, playing extreme music, are so much alike, it's not even funny, because it takes the same level of dedication and commitment, just being fully into it with your heart and making sure that, you know, you do everything that you possibly can to come out, you know, being the best you can at it. And that's why it's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I always said, you know, I've left that comment several times because it's true. I mean, metal and bodybuilding are just like, it's like a perfect marriage, a perfect relationship. They both go together so well, and they're both so much similar with, like I mentioned, the dedication it takes to be able to perform that kind of stuff. Same thing with trying to be a kick-ass bodybuilder, you know. So just to kind of go back into like my early days when I first started getting into bodybuilding and stuff, and it had nothing to do with wanting to look like, you know, the idols on TV, like Sylvester Stallone, Arnold, any of that stuff. It had nothing to do with that. It all came from when I used to get picked on, because I used to be, it took me a while before I hit puberty, hit my growth spurt, and I would get shoved in the lockers, I get my ears flicked, you know, all the basic things that you go through when you're growing up as a kid. I mean, nowadays I don't even think people get away with that shit no more in school. I don't know, but I mean, that's what used to happen to me. And then on top of it, I was always, just by default, really introverted and shy. And the girls seemed to like that for some reason. Oh, Kevin's cute. And they would like pass notes around, and they would, you know, whisper back and forth between, you know, people in the class. And they would get around to these guys that would get jealous, and they would pick on me even more. That was like more fuel for them to use on me. So I used to get picked on a lot. And a lot of other bodybuilders, you know, they got into working out for the same reason. They'll never admit that, but that is, not all of them, but a majority of them have gone through the similar kind of shit that I went through. And my first gateway to, you know, self-improvement was metal, because it had that sound that, like when my parents got divorced, the arguing between them, the favoritism between my mom sticking up for my sister, and I was always getting in trouble even though I didn't do anything wrong. So there was favoritism when I was living with my mom when my parents got divorced. And when I started hearing this metal music, it really clicked. It was like, God, this music sounds like how I feel right now. And same thing with like bodybuilding. When I started working out, I was able to get this anger and this rage out when I would train. And if you guys ever see any of my training videos, they're like 10 years old now, maybe older than that. I got some pretty old stuff on my channel, but lot of that rage and anger and just that intensity that goes into the weights and into even when I play, a lot of that stems from, you know, that trauma that I was going through, you know, when I was growing up. So I always took that out on the music. I took it out on the weights. So basically my, my weaknesses as a person, like being introverted and being shy and not really wanting to, you know, like I felt like I wasn't good at communicating with people just by pure default. That was like, I turned that into a strong point, because that's kind of how you got to be when you're a bodybuilder and you want to kick ass in that, is you got to shut the world off and basically just keep to yourself and do things, you know, 100%. And you're able to do that when you just don't talk to anybody. So I knew that I was probably going to be good at it. I didn't know anything about genetics. I did not give a shit, because when I watched my dad restore a car when I was a little kid, that really inspired me and moved me to, you know, I actually just got to the gym too. So I'm going to try and wrap this up, or maybe I'll piece this video together. But no, when I saw my dad restore this car when I was a little kid, I watched him for like 2.5 years. You guys have heard this story when I've told it on, you know, like a Q&A and stuff like that, or just like little tidbits here and there. I watched my dad restore this car, and he took it from the ground up, did everything. He won first place, his first car show that he ever entered it in, and I was just like so moved by that. And you're like a sponge when you're a little kid. So basically all my dad's work ethic went into anything that I wanted to do and anything that I was passionate about. So fast forward into guitar playing, I wanted to be every bit as good as these guys that I was looking up to, the Jeff Hannemans, the James Hetfields, Dimebag, of course, just all these amazing people. And then I wanted things heavier and heavier and faster and more brutal. So I, you know, I saw Cannibal Corpse when I was a little kid too. That was basically, I saw that before I got into like the Metallica and stuff, because that was like my starter kit right there for metal. And back then I did not want my dad to know that I got into death metal and I started playing that. But so my dad had his own opinion about that. He totally hated it, thought it was the worst shit ever. And you know, I didn't want him to think I was like a fucking devil worshiper or something. But I turned out okay, obviously. But no, to go back, I mean, moving forward, like that was where a lot of that stemmed from, is you know, those things I went through when I was a kid. And then fast forward, I took all that that motivation of watching my dad, and it has helped me just become the person I am today. And like, my dad is my hero. He always will be. I'm gonna have to splice this video together, because this shit is important to me. This is everything. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna freaking crush these weights. So I will be right back. So to piggyback off of what I was just talking about, it's been a while. I was at the gym a little bit longer than expected. It just kind of happens that way when I get done. I run into people that are just, you know, really positive people, and I just like having these conversations, these positive conversations with good people. And especially in times like now, you gotta just gravitate and you know, talk to these kinds of people, and just it helps you. It makes you feel good when to know that there's, you know, still a lot of really good people out there. But yeah, I kind of got caught up in that, but running out of light here, so I'm going to try and wrap this up best I can with the time that I have on my phone on this SD card. But no, to piggyback off of what I was talking about is, you know, like the all that drive and that determination and work ethic all came from, you know, watching my dad as a little kid put this, you know, build this car up, and you know, he gets first place at his first car show, and that really inspired and moved me in anything that, you know, I was willing to commit to, and any hobby that I got really into. I just made sure that I took my dad's work ethic and applied it to anything that I was, you know, had a big heart for. So that would be the other thing too, I guess, to go into the next thing I was going to talk about for you, is try to find like-minded people. Obviously, I know that's probably pretty difficult to do when you know, I think you said you were 26, I believe. So yeah, you're getting up to that age where you know, your friends are gonna just start growing apart from you. Like, you just start seeing less and less of those people that you once grew up with. You just start running out of friends. It's just because you know, lives change and people start just going in different directions with what they're doing. I mean, people are starting families, they're having kids and all that. I know when I took on this whole journey with bodybuilding, I knew how selfish it was, how selfish it is, and I did not want to drag anybody into my lifestyle that I had, because it's a very demanding, selfish, you got to be just fully committed, and it's all about you. And it's not fair to the other person to drag them through my shit, which is what was important to me. So I just always made sure that I made that decision when I was younger. I said, I'm never going to have kids. I'm not going to get married. I'm going to do my own thing. So that's where I'm at today. I knew it was going to be kind of lonely when I got everything accomplished, but the best thing about it is this is what was important to me. I had a goal, I accomplished it, and now I get to move on to the other thing, which is guitar. And but basically what I'm trying to say, because I just kind of ramble a lot, but try to find like-minded people that share those same ambitions and stuff that you do, if there's any still available. If not, the other thing to do is, I mean, obviously, I don't know what your fitness level is, how long you've been training for, or if you're just brand new to going to the gym and stuff, but there's plenty of information out there. Obviously, it's just a matter of digging through the good and bad information, because there definitely is a lot of each. Whatever your questions are, whatever your what you're trying to accomplish, it's just a Google search away. You know, you just do your research, and like if you're trying to learn exercises and things like that. I know it could probably be, I hear this from a lot of people, it's a bit intimidating to you know, to go into gyms, because I mean, let's face it, the gym is this a place, it's like the bar. You go to the bar, and just as soon as you walk through that door, it's just instantly people just judging you. You just got to learn to block that out. I mean, everybody's in there for basically the same reason. It's a self-improvement, you know, area, and we're all in there just to, you know, come out stronger than we are before we walk in that door. And that's one way to look at it. You're bettering yourself by going in there. You're staying healthy, you're staying active. So just, yeah, try to keep that mindset when you go in there. And then, like I mentioned, if you're trying to learn exercises, you don't want to look stupid or whatever in front of people. I mean, don't be afraid to ask questions too. Like, you know, people are, a lot of times there's still people that are approachable, they're willing to help you out and things like that. Myself included, if people come up and have a question on a certain exercise I do, I'm always willing to help them out, especially at this stage of the game. I couldn't say the same for when I was competing, because, you know, it's like I just, distractions and things like that, I wasn't having it, not at all. And it was like, now things are a bit different, to where I really can chill out quite a bit, and I can give some of that time and some of the experience that I have back to the people that want it, and which is what I do. So yeah, don't be afraid to approach people. Just ask them a question. If they can help you out, that's great. You know, you're already moving in the right direction. Luckily for me, when I got into all this, things were a lot different. I was younger, obviously. I wasn't starting out at 26 years old. I started when I was 14, 15 years old, just grinding out push-ups and sit-ups in my room. And then right when I was about 16 was when I started working out after school in our gym that we had in our high school, and worked out with a buddy. And first workout, that was it. That was the game changer. And I was hooked from there and never stopped. I mean, up until January of this year was the first time at that point, 22 and a half years, that I took a significant break, which was a month long. Up to that point, it was just a week off here and there, like after a contest or something, just to kind of regroup, and just, it's a mental break, and, you know, you kind of relax and enjoy yourself. But then it's just right back in, you know, because it's your lifestyle, it's what you do. And then when we rolled into January, I trained for a month again, and then we went into this whole shut the world down kind of shit. And that's when I got into, like, 2 months had gone by, got into the guitar playing, and was making a lot of videos, playing a lot of guitar. And then that was, you know, like, too much anything's bad for you, and like that became too much too. I just it was a lot too much, so I got burned out on it. And then with the gym's not opening again and things like that, that really started to wear on me mentally. And it started to break me. I mean, I told my story in one of my previous videos, one of my previous uploads, that when something's taken away from you like that, it's almost like you're lost. You don't feel the same. It's a part of you that just completes you, and you know, it's like who I am. It's been in my life for God more than half my life. You know, this September will be 23 years I've been training, and to have that taken from you was it was a lot to take. It was hard to deal with, but luckily the gyms have been open again and things are going great. It's just amazing what it does. It's a complete 180, able to release those positive endorphins, be around positive people again, and um, just keep moving in the direction. So it's like it got me to want to pick up that guitar again, start playing, making videos, and yeah, I mean, just back to what I was just talking about is yeah, growing up, didn't have internet and stuff like that either to kind of read through all the bullshit, 'cause there's a lot of negativity out there, and that helped me a lot when I was younger. Is not having a computer until shit, it was like 2006 before I got my first computer. At that point, up to you know, like years leading up to that, I think it was like a 3 or 4 year period. I was just like I'd go on like AOL Instant Messenger and shit like that off of my stepdad's computer. I was just using one of his cheap E-Machines computer, so I didn't even have my own computer to go on message boards, forums, or anything. I didn't even really know what that stuff was. It's just I was so tunnel visioned and focused on what was going on in the real world, and I think that's what a lot of people should be doing. Don't pay attention to all that bullshit that's out there, because people want to always. It's funny. There's this quote that I'll remember for the rest of my life. It's people love success but hate successful people, and that is 100% true. People cannot stand seeing other people doing great, having success and all that, especially in the fitness world. Jesus, like people envy it, and they're jealous. They're so freaking jealous of it. Same thing with you know, people that are successful business people and got pretty girls around them all the time. Like we just envy those two things right there. I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones out there too, but yeah, you just got to keep moving forward. I mean, staying off of social media and stuff will definitely keep you moving forward, because that stuff can always deter you. And then comparing yourself to other people, try not to do that either. You're your own entity. You're your own person. I can't look like you. You can't look like me. That's what a lot of people gotta realize too when they're on their fitness journey. Same thing with guitar playing. I mean, these are so much alike. I can't pick like some of these other guitarists out there. I don't have the same playing style that they do. I get by just fine with the way I do it, and I enjoy it, and that's what it's all about. It's about having fun with what you do, and not putting too many rules, too many limitations on it, because that just leads to frustration and you want to quit and give up. You're just not into it anymore. So yeah, there's that. And let's see, I covered having, you know, somebody to try to pair up with if you can, which is obviously very difficult. I don't know if you have a family, a wife and kids or anything like that, but I'm sure that would take up your time too. But the biggest thing is it's just amazing that you were able to take two things that are going to help you in a positive way, and you use these to get over, you know, what you were just going through with the alcoholism, because a lot of people, yeah, are just not doing so good with you know, getting through everything mentally, and it's just you just got to stay strong. Just keep doing these things that you're doing. You're going in the right direction. You're training, you're eating better, you're playing music. All these things will just help you, you know. And but right now I'm going to cut this video because I'm actually getting dry mouth. I'm pretty hungry, but I'm sure I can add to this from here. If you guys have any other questions, if this helped you out at all, I really hope it did. If you want to see me do more videos like this, I can definitely piggyback on topics like this, because I've been there, and it's challenging, but we can all get over it. I mean, this here and this here are your two #1 best friends, and if you have those, if they're strong, you can get through anything. So I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. I got all kinds of stuff on the way. This is a metal channel. This is like, it could have been a fitness channel. It still might be. I don't know how much fitness stuff I'm gonna put on, but it's just anybody who knows me, training 23 years, I'm a little burned out on talking about training and chicken and vegetables and Jesus. I'm so into the music right now. That's where my heart is. But I mean, you'll still see bits and pieces of fitness content from time to time. But again, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys stay safe out there, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.